All right, YouTube, we back. Like I said before, I'm Q, and this is Therapy in Session. And what we're having now is a garage therapy session. So in this session, what we're gonna do is, we're gonna replace our bunk boards on our bass tracker over here. The bunk boards on the boat, on the trailer, it gave up on me. They quit, they went on break. Whatever you want to say they did, but boy, they rotten. They're gone. They're damaged. So what we got to do is replace it. So this is one more of those things where you have to do before you get back out there on the water. And this is one of those things where we want to do this before we get back out there on the water. So when we out there on the water, we can focus on fishing, and we don't have to focus on things falling apart, things breaking, things not working correctly. So we want to make sure we do the proper maintenance on our boat and our boat trailer to make sure we have a good fishing session, a good fishing season, and we can continue to fish and do things that we like to do to relax, to have fun, and to have our good old therapy sessions. So stick with me, hang tight, and we're gonna get it on. Therapy in Session, hold tight. All right, Therapy Session people, we back. So I'm gonna start this video off with kind of naming some of the tools and some of the supplies that we're gonna use for this session. And like I said before, we were replacing the bunk boards on our boat trailer, our tracker trailer. So these are the things you're gonna need. These are the things I'm gonna use. You don't necessarily have to use these things. You can do whatever you want, but this is what Q used to do his project on his boat trailer. Remember that. You all do what y'all want to do. I don't want to see these comments, oh, do this, use this. Hey, do what you want to do on your trailer and your stuff. But this is what I do. So here, let's get to the tools and supplies I use. All right, so we're going to start off with, we're going to use the stainless steel staples. They made by Arrow. They are a 1/2 inch. So we're gonna start off with we're gonna use these. We need a staple gun. Gotta have a staple gun for what we're gonna do. Gotta have carpet adhesive and kind of a trowel to get the carpet adhesive on. So we definitely want that. We want a good old brush, cheap brush, but we definitely want one. Thompson water seal. Gotta have some of this stuff. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're going to use to seal our 2x4s. Remember, we have the regular 2x4s. We don't have no pressure treated 2x4s. We all know the information that, on the 2x4s, pressure treated 2x4s on an aluminum boat. They don't hang out well together. They corrode, they cause problems. Like I said, we don't want no problems. So you don't want to use pressure treated 2x4s, you don't. You want to use some regular sticks, some regular studs. That's what you want to use. Thompson water seal. Definitely gonna have this. Definitely need this. And last but not least, we got some bunk carpet. So we got these from Amazon. This was a kit. And like I said, we got 2 in the kit because we got 2 sticks back there, 2x4s. So we needed to order 2. So we got this from Amazon. This was on Amazon for $38 for 2 kits. So that is what we've got, and that's what we're gonna use. So stay tuned, we're gonna get to the other parts of this. So like I said before, we're gonna use some Thompson water seal, and we're gonna seal our 2x4s. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some of this, and I'm gonna pour some in this cup. And I have these paint cloths down, so I'm not necessarily worried about making a mess. I just want to make sure I get this 2x4 pretty sealed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take some of this sealant and I'm gonna brush it on my 2x4s. Because like I said before, we're gonna want a nice seal with this. so we can prolong the 2x4. So we won't be doing this every couple of years. Maybe we can get about 5 or 6 years out of this, maybe, hopefully. I know that when I got the boat, so the boat is a 22, the trailer is a 22 as well. So this is 2025, so I mean, it didn't last that long, but we're gonna try to do it this way to see if we can get some longevity out of these bunk boards, so we don't have to do this so often. But like I said, I'm gonna make a mess. I ain't worried about making a mess. I'm worried about getting enough up here to where we can get a good old seal. And I'm gonna do both boards. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get this good Thompson water seal up here, and then I'm gonna let it dry, and then I'm gonna actually come back and put more up there. I think I'm gonna do 2 or 3 coats of this. You get a good seal. Of course, what I'm not gonna do is, I'm not gonna bore y'all with watching me brush on some sealant. I know some people don't mind, but I'm not gonna bore everyone. I'm just trying to get a good seal. I'm gonna do this a couple times to see. I know other guys, I see other guys on YouTube, they doing this, and I don't see them putting the water sealant up there. I'm not sure why, and honestly, you don't have to be honest with you. It's all a personal preference. What I'm gonna try to do is, I'm gonna try it this way, and see how long it lasts. Now, if it lasts a good little while, I think I will continue doing like this. And a good little while for me is what I'm thinking, because I've never done this before, and I'm not, no expert. But I'm thinking if I can get maybe 5 years out of these bunk boards, doing it the process the way I'm doing it now, man, shoot, I'm happy with that, to be honest with you. And that's not to say like this is a tall task. It isn't a tall task. It's not. It's not the real big. But if I don't have to do this every 2 or 3 years, or I'm not going. I'm not going to. I got other stuff I could be doing. So I just want to try it out this way, and just to see if I can get some more life out of doing it this way. It'd be nice if I could. Because what I'm thinking is, if this boat and boat trailer is a 2022 and it's 2025, and I'm already replacing it, so that's about what, good 3 years. So I feel like if I can, I'm out of the camera view. But I feel like if I can get more, hell, a year or 2 more than what I've gotten this time, I'll be happy with that, to be honest with you. I won't be too bad. I won't be too mad over that. Anytime I can save some money, that's always a good thing. So I know I'm moving around quite a bit. But like I said, I don't want to bore some of y'all with just brushing on water seal. So I got the 2x4s nice and sealed. I got my first coat up there, but like I said, I'm gonna do this 2 or 3 more times. Just to make sure, for me, just to make sure I got it on good. And like I said, to prolong, not having to replace these. So I'm gonna 2 or 3 more coats. I think it would be good, and then I'm gonna flip it. So I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but this video is gonna be multiple parts. So the first part is the sealing my boards. The second part is going to be gluing the boards, the carpet on the boards. And then the third part is actually going to be me actually taking the boat and the boat trailer to the boat ramp, removing the boat, and actually removing the old bunk boards and replacing them. There's going to be a couple parts to this video. So stay tuned, continue to watch. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and support the channel. I appreciate all of my subscribers, everyone who's watching, everyone who's liking and sending comments. I appreciate you all. But like I said, it's gonna be a multiple part video and we're gonna stick them all together. So hang tight and hang in there with me. Therapy in session. All right, so what we're gonna do is we got our first coat on. So now we're gonna put our second coat on. And like I said, we're gonna make sure we get a nice even spread for our second coat. So we can get a nice even seal. And honestly, I think this is going to work out pretty good, honestly. I got a feeling. I got a feeling that this is going to work extremely well. I got a real good feeling. And that's mainly the reason why I'm taking my time doing this, because I got a good feeling that this is going to hold up pretty well. All right, so that's the second coat. So we got one more to go, and then we're gonna turn it, and we're gonna do the other side. We're gonna do 3 coats on the other side. So we got one more coat on this side, and we're gonna see how that hold up. And this is gonna take a little bit of time to dry. So hold it tight, and we eventually get there. Hold tight. So therapy in session. We got one more coat we're gonna do, and that's the third coat on this side. Then we're gonna flip it and do the same. These gonna be the most waterproof bunk boards you ever seen in your life. These bunk boards gonna last for 10 years when I'm done with it. Third coat, final coat. It dry, we're gonna turn and do the same. All right, therapy in session. This is our last coat of the bottom side, and then we'll be ready for the next phase. All right, that was the final coat, so we good with that. Once that dry, we'll go to the second phase. So now the second phase is we're gonna lay some carpet down. We're gonna take our 2x4s and we're gonna staple and glue our 2x4s to the carpet and get it prepared to install it on our boat trailer. So, like I said, there's gonna be a couple parts to this. You can't do this all in one day, especially if you want to do it properly. So we're gonna take our time and we're gonna do it correctly. We're gonna do it right to where we don't have to worry about it. So, like I said, this is the first phase. We're gonna go to the second phase once all this dry. But stay tuned and hang with me. Therapy in session. All right, therapy in session. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna work on our second phase. And remember I told you the first phase, well, I showed you the first phase was to waterproof our bunk boards. So our second phase is we're gonna actually put our bunk boards, we're gonna glue them to the carpet. So we got some glue, we got our carpet, we have our staples, we have some gloves, we have a trowel, but it came with one, so we might just use both. No, it's no telling. But that's what we're doing on this phase. This is our second phase. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna take our carpet and we're gonna open it. So I was telling you in the first phase that this carpet came as a kit, and there's two of them. So we got 2 bunk boards. So what we're gonna start off with doing is we're gonna take this carpet. So this is a 2-sided carpet. Oh, by the way, I got the youngster with me. He hanging out with Dad today, so he gonna help us out with this video a little bit. So this carpet is 2-sided. You got a rough side and you got a soft side. So we want to make sure that our bunk boards, which is our 2x4, is glued to the rough side. The soft side is what you need when the boat is actually hitting the bunk board when it's on the trailer, and that kind of cushion a little bit, So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stretch this carpet out, stretch some of that carpet out down there. So pull the carpet. There you go. We're gonna get it up there. So we're gonna put it in the middle a little bit. And we have a lot. We have a lot. And when you purchase this carpet, it comes in 2 different, I want to say 2 different lengths. The first length is it doesn't quite fold all the way over the 2x4, and the second length is it's supposed to clear like pretty good, just like that. So we want to make sure she's centered. I'm gonna slide down. And I just want to make sure I got some hanging off over there. And some hanging off on this side. So we have scissors, we're gonna cut it. What I wanna do is, I wanna center it this way, and then I want to cut off maybe 2 or 3 inches ahead of the boards on each side, so I have enough to wrap. So that's what I'm gonna do first. So I'm gonna go grab a tape measure, and we're gonna measure that. All right. So like I said, I think I want about maybe 3 inches on each side. I'm gonna cut off. So I'm gonna come over here, and where I got the bunk board pretty center, the 2x4 pretty center, I'm gonna measure about 3 inches off. So I'm gonna slide it back my way. Actually, I think I want more than that. I think I'm gonna do 4. Cause I wanna make sure she wrapped pretty good. So I'm gonna do 4.5. That's what I'm gonna do. We got enough carpet here. I'm gonna do 4.5 on that side, and then I'm gonna slide to this side. I'm gonna do 4.5 over here. And I'm just gonna cut the excess off. Fold that in, son. Yep, so that's what I want. So the ends, when I'm wrapping the ends, I want to be able to wrap some over just like that. So I've got it centered here, and I got about 4.5 on that side, 4.5 on this side. So when I wrap those ends, we pretty good. That's exactly what I want. Looking pretty good, son?
Yes, sir.
My man. So we have our staple gun. And like I said, when you buy these staples, you want stainless steel, because we don't want them rusting. We do not want them rusting. We probably use quite a few of those. All right, so what we're gonna do is, we have our 2x4 sitting exactly where we want it. So we're gonna mark it. So I marked that in. We're gonna mark this in. And why we mark it is because I think the best way to glue this 2x4 to my carpet is to glue the top side of the 2x4 and then take it and flip it over. What you think, son?
I think that's a pretty good idea.
Think that's a good idea?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put our gloves on. What was you saying now, son?
What I'm saying was, make sure y'all give my dad to 2,000 subscribers this year. My dad been putting a lot of hard work in, producing a lot of content, year-round content. And that would be the world of my dad reaching 2,000 subscribers. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a comment if you want to, and enjoy the show.
Yeah, what he said. All right, so here we go. So I got the 2x4 marked up here with some white chalk. So that kind of got me centered. That way when we glue the top, we can flip it right over.
Yeah.
You on your white chalk?
Yep.
You good? All right, so now we're gonna play with the nasty shit. So now we're gonna dig in here and get some of this. Oh, this glue ain't too bad, brother. It's moving around.
Like,
I know, I hope it's still good. So we're gonna glue this just like that. I'm gonna do half, and he gonna do half. What you think, bro? You can handle that?
Yes, sir.
He pretty good with his hands. I can't have it no other way. I can't raise no son that can't use
It's not
power
hands
to.
on.
No, it's not. That's not manly at all. So I'm gonna do one half. He gonna do his half. You see how I got that on pretty?
What about the sides?
I think we're gonna do the sides once we flip it. We'll worry about the sides. But you see how I got that nice and smooth, like butter, babe. There you go. Like butter, sir. You got it looking good?
Yeah, this
With the end?
Yeah.
Let's do the end once we flip it. Because we're going to use our hand to kind of test the end. So, yeah. That looks incredible. That looks great. Try to lay it down on the lid. That way we can touch it without.
Where? We'll lay down.
Lay it down. Yeah, just like that. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. That's what I like. All right, so what we gonna do? Did you get some in here? We're gonna get some paper towel.
Every day I learn something new.
So this is raw and uncut. We doing this, and we ain't gonna edit too much. We gonna keep all this stuff in. Good, right? We got the trash over there, buddy. So we got the glue down nice and even. So now what me and my boy gonna do is we're gonna flip it. So we're gonna grab each side and kind of turn it. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna, like I said before, we're gonna flip it and we're gonna start stapling it to the other side. So you get that in, kind of pinch it, yeah. Flip it over, yeah. And make sure you're on your chalk.
Yes.
Looking good?
Right.
We're just gonna push down on it a little bit. We're gonna end up putting some weights on it just to make sure she sticks. She already sticking up. Looking good? All right, so what we're gonna do now is,
It's just this end.
what's wrong?
Just this end. I don't know if the end. Yeah.
All right, so now what we're gonna do is, we're gonna try to put some around the edges without getting it too nasty. Because we are gonna staple it, so we just wanna make sure that,
Sticking.
the staple is gonna hold it, but we wanna make sure she got a little bit more hold on her.
Yeah. Put the weights on it.
Put some weights on it, let it dry.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna do both sides like that. That's some nasty stuff. We don't want to get the glue so thick that it just soaked through the dang on carpet.
Yeah, that's.
So we want to make sure we get enough up there just to get the job done, just to get the hold. What do you think, son?
Yes. Because we want to use every ounce of this carpet.
All right, your turn, buddy. You see what I was just doing? Also with this glue, I had this glue stored in this garage and it get pretty cold in here. So what I did was about 3 or 4 days ago, I took the glue and took it off the shelf and I put it in the house. So I can get it room temperature. And I truly believe that's why we're working with it so well. Because I think if it was, you know, pretty cold, it'd probably be like, yeah. It wouldn't lay on the way it's laying on. It's laying on like butter, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
Looking good. All right, so since we got that, what we're gonna try to do now is we're gonna try to fold. I think we're gonna try to fold one side and staple it, and then we do the other side. We think so?
Yes, that is the smartest way to do this.
I think so. So let me move this out of the way so you all can see.
So which side are we gonna start with?
I think we're gonna start with the side the furthest from us. Yep. Nope, we just gonna start with this side. You still got it?
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Surprisingly.
I was 1 second away from having only 9 fingers.
You need to have all of them, buddy.
What side are we going?
Yeah, we're gonna go that your way. Back over. Good.
Ooh, you moving like butter. It's gonna take up 30 minutes tops.
How them forearms feel?
Nah, it's mostly my shoulders.
The shoulders?
So, how we gonna do this?
Alright, so we got that. Now, what we're gonna do on the ends is we're gonna finesse the ends a little bit. So what I'm gonna do on the ends is I'm going to cut it at the corner. And I'm gonna cut these off. All right, so then I'm gonna cut it at the other corner. And what I'm gonna do with these is, I'm gonna take them and wrap them and measure them. Give me that staple again. Wrap the corner. Wrap that corner. I'm gonna measure that corner. I'm gonna wrap that corner. And then I'm gonna take this little flap and I'm gonna fold her ass over just like that. All right, so on the other side, I'm gonna use my cell phone, and what him and I are gonna do is, you probably can't see it from here what I actually did on the corners, but I'm gonna give him my cell phone, and I'm gonna have him record close up how I wrap this corner. But until I get down there, I'm gonna have him throw some extra staples in all the way around. So what you could do is, you could put more staples down the black side on both sides, and then we can turn it on the side, and you can lay some all the way down on both sides. All right, so what we're gonna do is, I'm just gonna show you how I wrap this corner. So what I start off doing is, there's 4 edges. You got 1, 2, the bottom 2 sides, that's 4. So what I do is, I cut it along and hit the first edge, the top edge. I cut it along and hit the other top edge. And I cut these off. I don't need them. Cut those off. So then I cut the bottom edge corners. Bottom edge corners. And once I get that where I want to, I can fold this in. So I fold that in, I realize I don't need all of that. So I cut what I don't need off. I take that in there and I wrap it in there. Once I get that in there, I shoot that in there with some staples. Same with this side, I pull it real tight. I don't need all of it. So I just kind of did a quick measure, cut that off. So I wrap this side in. I got that wrap side in, I take my end and pull it real tight and wrap it right on over. And that's how I wrap my ends. That's how I wrap my ends. So what we don't want to do, and what you don't want to do is, you don't want to drive staples on this side. And why you think we don't want to drive staples on this side? Tell me why. What do you think?
Since this is facing down, right, this is gonna be, and this is supposed to be on the boat.
Yep.
Top. So you have all these staples sticking out. You don't want to scrape the boat or scrape the paint off the boat.
He's pretty intelligent. He's pretty intelligent. Like my son just said, we don't want to drive staples in this side because we don't want the staples to work their way up. And then we slam the boat on the trailer and them staples stay ripping the paint up, tearing up the bottom, causing rust, causing holes. So he's a pretty smart kid. But what we are gonna do is we're gonna drive a couple on the sides.
On the bottom side.
Yeah, on the side. Yeah.
Wait, check is in it.
So that's our first bunk board. It looked pretty good. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna lay this one down on the ground and I'm gonna take some weights and I'm gonna put on top just so we can get the glue to stick. What do you think?
Yes.
All right. All right. So set us up for the next one, son.
So how you say you left 4 inches?
4.5. Nope. This is easy way. Look. All the way to the end. Okay. See that? Nope, you gonna mark that.
Mark
Enter the board.
Oh, get the board. Okay.
Yep. Board. Pull it down, since we marked it in, and that's the end we're gonna cut. So take your measure until you get 4.5 on that end. From the board out.
You said 4.5?
4.5. And mark it, and that's where we're gonna cut it. Got it?
Yep.
All right, that's where you're gonna cut it. Gotta go as straight as you can. Got it?
have right on.
Look good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So now we're gonna put some glue. All right, so my son got this side nice and covered with the glue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna flip it, and that way we can start stapling the carpet to the boards. We're gonna flip it. Let's flip it. Oh, damn. You got it? You up there? How you in the center?
No. Should be now.
Yep. All right, so he got it nice and juicy. This gonna be the best bunk board ever. Boy, he got this thing
This
nice.
would never fall off.
This one ain't going nowhere, Daddy. You got this one nice and.
That's what you want.
I guess. Make sure. We'll make sure we keep our nice 4.5. All right, so now we're gonna start stapling, and we gotta make sure we keep our hands nice and clean, just in case. Let's wrap and see what we got. Okay, cool.
Side to side.
Top side.
Which way?
Your way. Try not to put your hand in it down. Good to go? My man. So we got our second bump board done, and this one look good.
I know, that ain't going nowhere.
Nah, she ain't going nowhere. Now we just gonna put some weights on her so she can, so that glue can stick. But yep, this is the bump board. This is our second one. And this one looks better than the first one, obviously. But I think we did a good job, my son and I. And this is part of the video where I remind y'all that this is the second phase. And we have one more phase. And the last phase is taking the boat out to the ramp, taking the boat off the trailer, and actually installing these on the trailer.
It's gonna be a task.
So yeah, definitely, we're definitely gonna do that. We're not gonna do it now. We're gonna wait. And because we want the glue to stick. So we don't wanna take wet glue out there and get it wet. So what we're gonna do is put some weights on this, let it stick, and for a few days, and then we'll take it out there and install it. We definitely want the glue to stick and hold tight. And these should last us a long time. So hang tight, hang with me, and we headed to the third phase, then the final phase, therapy in session. We out. Peace. All right, therapy in session. This is our third phase. And our third phase, like I said before, is we're gonna get the bump boards off and put the new bump boards on, put the boat back on, and we going home. So stay tuned, hang tight with me, and watch the process. So each bump board has 2 boats, 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6. Already took one off each, so we're gonna get them off. Like you extra close, bro.
I'm really not. You'll see it during the video.
So this is how raggedy the bump boards is. Look at that. I mean, she completely shot. Soft as I don't know what. Look at this one. That one, this one bended. But look, you can right in half. That was definitely gone. This was a great idea. See how this one bent? Look. People always say when you have a boat, break out another 1,000 because you got maintenance. And to keep these things up, you better have a little bit of money, or you won't be fishing. Or you be fishing, matter of fact, but from the damn shore.
Nothing's wrong with fishing from the shore.
Hey, nothing wrong. Look, let's be clear. Ain't nothing wrong with fishing from the shore.
No.
I guess we're a little spoiled, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. Look how soft. Look how soft this thing is. So this is our new bump board that we made at the house. And like I said, see, 2, 4, 6. And I measured before I took it off, so it's 9.5 inches from here out.
Coming.
Yeah. I ain't worried about that part.
There's more people.
All right, man.
You too. No, he's bringing out the Doges. Oh, my finger on one.
And I got these clamps so I can clamp it down. I got these clamps on Amazon. I think it was like 5 or 6 to a pack for like $19, I think. So I pre-measured 9.5 out, 9.5 out. All right, we got everything how we want it. Everything set. All right, so now we're gonna drill our holes in and we're gonna crank the bolts back in. And we're gonna use the bolts we had that came out. These are some pretty good bolts and they held up pretty well. So we're gonna continue to use these. Now we're not gonna go too deep. We're gonna just start it off. See from over there? That's one. Like I said, we're just gonna start the hole, and then we're gonna crank it all the way in. Start the hole, and we're gonna crank the rest. Start the hole, crank the rest, baby. Come on. Start the hole, crank the rest. And we doing that so we don't split the wood. Just that easy. Start to hold. Crank press. Just that simple. One bunk board down. That wasn't that hard. That was pretty simple. We're gonna tackle the second one. And like I said, we're gonna get up out of here. It's also good when you have a boat, when you good with your hands, being able to do a lot of things yourself, save you a lot of money. And that just isn't for boats, that's for houses, cars.
Basically everything.
Yep. And my son behind the camera, he already know. He already know.
Guys, I don't know. I don't know. I'm still learning.
Just that simple. Two more. I get down to the last two, it can't get it together, huh? Come on, man.
I haven't been out here.
One more. One more. One more therapy session, people. That's it. Now we fully replace all our bunk boards. They all look good too. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tighten those down, make sure those aren't moving. Those are pretty good. Those side bunk boards are pretty good. So I'm gonna tighten these down. See how much that would move? See how much that would move? And these are pretty good. All right, therapy in session. We got the bunk boards replaced. The old shit here, the riding shit here. We got everything looking good. Now we're gonna put the boat back on the trailer and we going home. And also, we ain't gotta worry about this for a good little while. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're doing pretty well. The channel is growing and we much appreciate it. Continue following us, continue supporting us, and we appreciate it. Therapy in session. We out. Peace.